Hi, sorry about that. Hi, I'm Subu bringing crafting to you, and today I'm going to show you how to batch make these cards. So what I've done to start with is there is a brand new set of dies that's come out that gives you quite a range of these hexagon dies. But I have actually used these from Hippo Happiness, and it works for what I'm wanting to do. But obviously that's no longer available, but there are dies that's like this to be able to purchase if you want to, if you haven't got that die. So I've used, in fact, if I gave you the measurements, that might help. So what have I done with the paper trimmer? Okay, so you'll see. So I've cut out 10 of this one. So you want any Christmassy paper really, and it's roughly about 2¼ by roughly 3¼ so that's that size. And then I've cut 10 of those out, and then the white piece I've cut out and this is about 1¾ by 2¾ so I've cut out 10 of those and 10 of those. I've then cut out piece of red cardstock, and I've cut out 10 that are 3 7/8 by 5 3/8, and then I've cut 10 of those, and then a piece of DSP to go on top, and that is 3 3/8 by 5 1/8. So I've cut 10 of those, and then I'm going to show you the card base. I of course have cut out all the pieces here, so I cut all those out to start with. Right, so without further ado, let's get on and make our card. Now let's just put those out of the way. So what I like to do is a standard piece of white card, which is 8¼ by 11¾ and what I'm going to do is score once. So I'm going to score this at 5 7/8. So score it at 5 7/8 and then turn it into portrait and cut it at 4 1/8. Okay, and then we've got 2 card bases made already. Now what I like to do is set up a stamping platform so that I'm just moving the card. I tend to put my card base in and I do it upside down. So this will be the front of my card and it will be that way. So I turn it that way, open it up, put my magnets in place. I position my stamp that I'm going to use for inside till I'm happy with it. And then I just leave it there so that it's easy then. I've just got to ink up my stamp, and then that is going to stamp in the same position. And because I use red or the darker green, I like to just put that on one side and leave it to dry. So again, I'm just going to put my other one, so this will be 2 done. And so you can just mass produce those and stamp them. They're all in the same place, and that's that bit quite easily done. Okay, so let me just move that out of the way, and I'll move this out of the way as well. Okay, now I did make one mistake, so I've decided to do it this way. You can, of course, just build it up as normal, but I've decided to build it all up on this and then just double check before I glue it down. So what I do is I've got my piece of red, already told you the size of it, and then I'm going to glue my DSP on top. So anything Christmassy. So got this, and I've got nice border, equal increments there. And so you could do this with any colours. Instead of the red, you could do the greens and cut this piece out in the green. So you could do it red or green. So I've chosen to do these red. So just make sure that that places in the middle. And again, if you've got DSP that you feel is a right and a wrong way up, then just make sure you're putting it the right way. Now I risk this because so far it's turned out fine for me, so I hope you can do the same, but you could also always do the stamping before you actually put this on, but I've found that I've been fine so far. So what I'm doing is I've got a piece of foliage stamping, I'm stamping off and then putting this on equal size and just stamping it down, spinning my cardstock round. And this is why I went wrong, because I forgot to spin it back again. I just find it easier to spin it round, and I can see top and bottom. There we go. And now I'm going to spin it back because I want that there. Okay, so I've cut Noel out with my playful alphabets, and because I've already done some, I know roughly where they need to go. So once you've done one, you can quickly repeat, because the first card with the positioning takes the time, and then your subsequent cards, you can produce them quite quickly because you know exactly where you're going to place things. So you've got that all going off. There we go. So it's quite quick. Once you've, as I say, done the first layout, you just need to copy it, and you can be quite quick with producing them. So it's just a matter of getting all your pieces cut before. So suggestion that you could be watching telly at night time and die cutting a load of these things out. I tend to keep my scraps silver, and I've cut a lot of this out in just scraps that I had. I'm just going to get rid of the glue off my fingers before I put it on the silver. So I haven't got any fresh sheets out. I just, when I cut other things out, I don't discard them, I save them. I don't know whether I've got anything, like for instance on this gold I've cut the leaf foliage out of here. Well, I'll save this because this here and here and these here, I've got a butterfly die that's tiny that will fit in those places. So I save them because you never know what you might need them for. Right, so I've already cut out, so you just want some holly. I've decided to do 2 smaller hollies with the bigger one coming off, and I just place it so that it's on the edge of this of my hexagon, and just do 2 that's coming out. There we go. And then I put a bigger one on top. And as you'll have heard me saying, I'm trying to keep my cards fairly flat. So I'm not putting any dimension in this bit at all yet. And then my berries, got the berries. I'm just gonna, you've seen me do this before, just rounding that a little bit. And I've just need to shut up my ink pad, and I'm just using a small mini in the middle, and then just seeing where I want to position that. There we go. And that just lifts it. So that's all the dimensional I've used. And again, I'm going to repeat this at the bottom. I'm just going to have one going off there. Really, it's just doing all the elements that takes the time, because once you've done all the elements, you can do this fairly quickly. So I've cut 2 card bases out and done a couple of stamping for the image, and it's taken me almost 12 minutes so far to assemble. Almost, not quite. I'm about at 12 minutes now to assemble. So let's see. Let's put it there. Position it, and then I want to do flat gems. So you've seen me do this before. This time it's red, and so I'm just cutting 3 of these out. I don't cut those ahead of time. There's the last one. There's my Take Pick tool. I find the red glitter paper. This is cheap glitter paper. It's not that brilliant. So I want to stick one there. I just like to flip them over. And one sort of there. And then the last one down here. There we go. And then bring back in my card base. Make sure that I've got that the right way. And then go down there, and we're going to just put it on the back. Make sure again that I've got it the right way. Then just position it so you've got nice equal increments all the way, all the way round. So just press it down, and there we go. That's your card finished. So that's just taken me 14 minutes to make, and that was showing you some of the cards that I'd previously made as well. So it doesn't take long. It's just the prep that takes the time to actually cut out all the bits and do the stamping of these, and cutting, die cutting of these, die cutting of those, and die cutting of these, and the different layers. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed that. How to batch make Christmas cards. Stay safe, stay well. Bye for now.